Hello guys, welcome to my new video, and this is gonna be the question and answers video. First I want to thank you that you sent me so many questions I can answer now, and that you're interested in my work and so on. And so yeah, let's get started. The first question is also the most common question I get very often, and it is: which programs do you use for editing? And I mainly use Sony Vegas, After Effects and Source Filmmaker, but there are also some smaller programs like Virtual Dub or just some other programs I need to use for convert any files and so on. What is your favorite music genre for editing? I don't have a specific genre I like to edit, but I just edit some songs I like, and I listen to many different kinds of music. So yeah, like I said, there's no specific one. How do you make your cinematics? The most death moves you can see where the model is actually falling down. The smoothes are done in Counter-Strike with HLAE and smooth over then, but I have also many frozen animations, like you can see it in All the Right Moves, where the model is in a frozen position and the camera just moves around, and those smoothes are always done in Source Filmmaker, as well as some smoothes with many rotations and so. How long does it take for you to make an edit? The time I need for an edit always depends on the content of the video. If I include many effects, so if there is a high level of detail in it, on the length of the video obviously, and also on my motivation, because I don't always want to edit, but and I only edit them when I want to. When did you start editing? I started editing approximately 2 years ago. My first clip was released on the 16th January 2013, and it wasn't on this channel, but I will give you a link to it in the description. Are you working in movie industries or studying something about editing? No, I'm not studying it, and I also don't work in a movie industry yet, unfortunately. It is just a hobby, but I have plans to study it or maybe get into serious film business one day. Who is your favorite editor? My favorite editors are always linked on my channel on the right side in the sub box. What is your favorite edit? My favorite edit is still the Counter-Strike Source movie Genesis by Harry Panda, because it includes a high level of VFX and 3D, and it motivated me to start working with Source Filmmaker, and it was a big inspiration for me to start working on big projects as well. And yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, then you should definitely check it out. It's also linked in the video description below. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is pizza. I think almost everyone likes pizza. Then also lasagna and Greek food. Which one of your edits are you most proud of? There are actually two ones. The first one is however you want to pronounce it, just because it was my application clip to Sparkles Productions and I got accepted with it. It almost hit 100,000 views on the Enigma channel, and I'm very proud of it. And I made this edit in I think not quite 2 months, but about 1.5, I think. And the second one is Who We Are. This edit hit the 1 million views on Kerala's channel, and I'm so proud of it. Yeah, it was a very big honor for me to work with such a big YouTuber, and also if there might have been some problems, I'm actually proud of the final outcome. Where did you get your editing knowledge? I mainly get my editing knowledge from watching tutorials like Baker's Stats or Video Car Pilot, and yeah, just basically trying around, keep interested, and just never lose the motivation to edit and to try out new things. Just learn how things work, and this is probably the most important thing in editing, that you understand how things work and what you're actually doing there, how an effect works. And yeah, sure, always just try around with the effects, the parameters of the effects, and so on. And you can also download some free presets and look how the editor provided those presets, how he worked on the effects, and yeah, how he just created that. How do you record your scenes, and how do you get that good quality? I use the Cisco frame exportation. I don't know. I also showed that in my first editing tutorial. It's just the Counter-Strike exports each frame of the gameplay as a particular image file. And how do you get the good quality? Yeah, I always use the highest render settings, but also a very important factor to get good quality are fitting colors and good contrast. And maybe you could watch some tutorials about it, because that is a very important point to get good quality. Can you give me any beginner tips on how to start editing? I would start with only one program, concentrate on this program and learn it. We have some practice with it, and then you want to extend your knowledge in editing in general. Then you can move to another program. Let's say you start with Sony Vegas. You learn how to cut your clips, to sync them to the music, to some pan crop and that. And when you're quite used to it, then you could move to, let's say, Adobe After Effects, and then get some knowledge there and combine those things. And yeah, but you should definitely start with only one program and not try to learn many programs at once. Can you explain me any effect in any of your videos? I unfortunately can't explain every effect, because it would take too much time, and but I will also make some tutorials about highly requested effects. So it's always worth asking me, because I will notice which effects are requested, and then I might do a tutorial one day about it. How do you structure your projects? And another question which actually belongs to the first one: which editing packs do you use, and can you maybe show us how you do a full edit? I don't use any editing packs actually. Maybe I use some overlays or some special effects presets, like fire, smoke, or some things like that sometimes. But actually all effects I include into my videos are done by myself, and the workflow of my videos are always, or not always, but most of the time, first I record the gameplay footage or the clips actually, obviously. Then if I want to include VFX, I do it first. So after the recording, I will edit the clip with the effects I want it to be in, and then I move to Sony Vegas and sync everything due to the music, and do the sound effects, the pan crop, and when the whole cutting part is done in Sony Vegas, I export it and do the After Effects editing. For example, I'll apply a color correction or color grading, actually how it's called the right way, and maybe some overlay effects like some distortion or something. Yeah, that's it. How to convert these Go maps to SFM, Source Filmmaker. There are some tutorials about it, I think. And they always show that you have to use the Hammer editor, which comes with Source Filmmaker, to convert those maps. And it's really important that you use the Hammer editor of Source Filmmaker. So when you download Source Filmmaker, you will also find a file called hammer.x in your folder somewhere, and it's very important that you use this Hammer version and not a Hammer version of the Source SDK or Counter-Strike Global Offensive SDK, because that won't work then. But you also have to pray that it works, kind of, because yeah, it's yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, you have to have some luck with it, I think. And how to do animations with Source Filmmaker. Some people may use the motion editor, but I actually always use the graph editor. I just set keyframe for all the movement, and yeah, it might be a lot of work sometimes, and you also have to adjust some keyframes by manual sometimes. If the animation is flicking around or something, then you have to go into the graph editor and adjust the curves you get there, and yeah, to just perfect your the outcome you want to get. So yeah, and also I use some reference images, or I just do the animation I want to show. I just do it in real life and look how I do it, and then I try to create it as good as possible in Source Filmmaker. So yeah, but I don't use any motion capture programs or things like that. So yeah, I hope I answered the most common questions, or the questions you wanted to get answered. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video a little bit. If I'm sometimes struggling with English, please excuse that, because I'm not that used to speak English such a long time. But I hope you could understand everything very well. And yeah, if you still have any questions, just feel free to ask me. Or if you have any questions in the future, always just leave me a comment. Maybe I'll do a second question and answers video. And yeah, I will also try to do some tutorials, as I also mentioned before. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it a bit. Bye.